or artwork. For today, we're going to go really simple so we don't take a lot of time. I'd like you to draw two shapes. Doesn't really matter what they are, but they should have, for now, just a fill and no stroke. All right, so I'm just going to make a circle and have your shapes kind of overlapping, because we'll be able to see how these colors are really applied afterwards. All right, so if we make two shapes, any color, no stroke, just fill. All right, I was trying to see if they had info. I thought there was like a panel that would show us our values of CMYK. I mean, if we double click on this, we do see it applied in here. All right, so we know that this would make 4 plates when we went to print this. Who remembers where we get our spot colors? Anybody? Richard? Window, good. And then where? Where do we find those colors? Swatches, good, all right? So go to the window, pull down, and select swatches. And these are still, although, process colors, as we call them. If they're not spot, they're process. So what we're going to do is go down to the bottom left corner of our swatches library, or panel rather, right? So this little icon here, the little book in the bottom left, we're going to click on that, and then we're going to say color books, and you can choose either Pantone solid coated or uncoated. And that, just the difference between those two would be, it's going to show you what the color looks like on coated versus uncoated paper. All right, so it doesn't really matter which one you pick, and it really doesn't matter which one of these colors you choose, so long as you do pick 2 spot colors. All right, so I'm going to pick this like salmon-y orange color for one. I'll choose this blue for the other one. All right, and now if we look at our swatches, it shows it in there. For our color, it still shows you the CMYK value, but it is all kind of pre-mixed into one. All right, is there anybody that needs help finding the swatches we're looking for here? All right, so what we should see on the bottom of our swatch panel now is we have these 2 swatches that we just added, and they both say Pantone and then whatever number you have. All right, so that would be kind of just choosing the colors, all right? And, you know, you would just apply that to your artwork in your design. And FYI, black is a color, so I was seeing some people doing strokes along the outside thinking that it's not, but that would generate a 3rd plate. All right, so think about that, especially second years, when if you're thinking of ideas already for the redesign, that's not really a free color. That would count as one. All right, so but now we have our colors applied. Now we just need to kind of print it in a way so that we can show that it is generating a separate plate. So first though, let's do a save. I'll save as, and I'm going to put it into like maybe a digital art folder or an Illustrator folder. Well, I guess if you already know the location of it, you can do a save. But because if you haven't saved already, you don't really know where it's going. So I would do a save as, so you can give it a specific location for it. Yes. Yep. All right, after we save it, now we are going to print it, but we're going to print a virtual print, so meaning a PDF. We're not physically printing on paper. So we're going to say File, Print. And when our print dialog comes up, we're going to choose Adobe PDF as our printer. Now, either now or when we go to finalize it, you may get a pop-up message that just is going to require you to open Acrobat first to kind of reactivate it. But I don't know if, since the AM students had done that, you don't have to. All right, but all right, so we chose Adobe PDF as our printer. We're going to go to Marks and Bleed, we're going to turn on all these printers marks. All right, and we'll see soon, as I was just saying to Brian, how it will display our Pantone color in some of the like metadata that you have in there. All right, so change the printer, turn off all marks, and then we're going to press, if we go to output, we're going to see right now this is a composite mode. All right, so that shows you a preview of the colors kind of merged together. If I go, after we do a composite, we're going to do separations, and now we'll see down here that it kind of separates these colors, and it will make a multi-page PDF. All right, so we'll just start though with the composite. So I'm going to do a print, and it will ask us to have a location. All right, so I would name this 2-color logo practice composite. I always try to name my files something so that I almost don't even have to open the file and I know what it is. All right, I can see this right in the name of the file. It's my practice of the 2-color logo, and it's the combination of those things, right? So that would be our first one. And it should launch Acrobat. All right, yeah, so Stephanie, you're getting that message. Just press cancel. If anybody's getting that pop-up message about Adobe, just cancel your export or your print. Open Adobe Acrobat, and then and you can close it and then return to Illustrator. All right, so after we do the composite, we'll just do one more print. All your settings are the same except for output, where we're going to do separations. And then if we print that one, and I'll name this one separations at the end instead of composite. Yep, we're going to make 2 PDF files. One is your composite, and the other is your separations. You could actually combine them if you wanted to be like really fancy, I guess, but under the Output tab, you're changing composite to separations for the second version. Say that again? Yeah, whatever the default value was there. Yep. All right, so now if you look to that location where you saved your files, all right, I have my composite, which is kind of like our full color. All right, and then I also have my separations. And now for this one, we see that it kind of turns your colors to black, but we have multiple pages. So we're seeing that one, and our Pantone, our spot color name, is up here in the top. All right, so we have one page would be the like the orangish color, and the other is just going to be representing whatever the bluish color that I had.